So, a very warm welcome to this basic information call on the 24th of March 2024. And I'm already super excited because we will address, of course, in this call a few fantastic things. I will share fantastic informations. And a massive number of people have joined already this call. Of course, still people are coming in every second. And this just shows the massive interest out there, what is happened here, what was built here up with Xera. But of course, about that we will talk specifically now in this next around 50 minutes. So we'll focus in this call a little bit about the products, the services, and everything around. And this, of course, is the foundation and one of the foundations why this company will go absolutely huge. But I just can say up front, everything what we have experienced now since around the last 2 months, you just can see as a teaser, because in the upcoming days, something in addition gets activated, which is so strong. I think it's the strongest product ever in the history of our industry. And this will bring us to new heights, what nobody have seen before. But of course, to that possibly a little bit later. So my name is Verner Kaiser. I have the honor to lead a little bit through this presentation. And of course, it will be different. Many of you possibly know already a lot about these projects, these mechanics, these logics, why these things are so successful. And possibly a few of you are brand new, see this information first time. For that reason, of course, we will go step by step through so that nobody miss anything. And before we even get started, so go deeper to the content, I think what is very important to understand already to the start and is to underline everything what we are talking here is real. So that means real products, real services, real company backed up by reality. That means connected with the real economy out there. And this is possibly the most important thing to understand, because when it would be not like that, then we could save here the exercise, then we could do something differently, don't have to join a Zoom call. So this is the basic requirement, because when you want to build something, when you want to say, I want to change to the better in a specific region of my life, then everything has to be backed up so that you have the possibility to really do so. Yeah? So, but I think now we get started step by step. And I think specifically here in this call, I assume the most of you have recognized the world is changing and with a massive speed. And this has not just started 2-3 years ago. This is already an ongoing process, but it was very slowly over the last 20-30 years, but now it have got massive speed. And in a lot of directions, I think possibly you see it similar. So that means not in every area of life, it's changing to the better. So that means a lot of people are searching for solutions. And what we have brought here together, I would say, is the ultimate solution for a lot of things. It's absolutely spectacular. But of course, it's up to you after this short overview to decide by yourself if this is something for you, if you like it, or how you see that by yourself. Yeah? So, and what is that? What is changing everything out there? And basically, we can summarize it in 3 different pillars. The first thing is blockchain technology. The second thing is tokenization, possibly the biggest industry of the next centuries. And the third thing, and this is something what the most people possibly until today completely underestimates what that will mean over the next years and centuries. And this is artificial intelligence. And this will change everything like we know it right now, and the scale like the most people not even can imagine. Yeah? So, and that means this is happening anyway. Yeah? The question is all the time if you want to be part of something, or you just want to be someone who is observing what is happening there. So there are all the time minimum 2 possibilities, 2 choices. But of course, times like that are all the time connected to massive opportunities. But of course, the basic requirement for that is to understand first what is going on and why this is opportunity to go a little bit more with focus and concentration into these topics. And one of these keys, of course, for outstanding success was it all the time in history to do the right things to the right time. Yeah? So when you would say today, for example, you would find out today the internet is a great thing. Yeah? So then this is a great thing to understand, but possibly the big chance of that was 30 years ago. Now, 30 years ago, to understand that and act accordingly, had the potential to create success, which is not possible under normal circumstances. So do the right things to the right time. And exactly in such a moment we are right now, worldwide, and this, of course, have a lot of reasons, but like I said in the beginning, step by step. So, of course, general disclaimer have to be in place. So that means decide based on your own sovereignty. Yeah? So not because someone is saying it, so that something is good, or I am saying it, decide by yourself. Prove it by yourself, check it by yourself, and then you come to the conclusion that's something for you, then possibly it's something for you. If you say it's this, you decide by yourself. And this, of course, have also something to do with the times where we're going in now globally, the whole society, to come back to their own sovereignty. I think this is one of the most important things to understand, that this is crucial importance for the upcoming times. Yeah? So, Xera Group International, who we are, what we are doing. So we are a global movement with the aim to help people, to support people so that they have the possibility to keep or even increase their buying power. What means that? So possibly you can remember back 15 years ago, 20 years ago, it was going to supermarkets, have spent it there for groceries, I don't know, 100 euro. And this shopping bag was quite full 15, 20 years ago. So when you do the same again today, and you go in a supermarket, spend 100 euro, you will find out that the same shopping bag is possibly quite empty. And this means that you lose buying power step by step. So this is not something what is happening from one day to the other. It's going over years. It's going in many cases over centuries, but it has speeded up enormously, specifically in the last 3 years. So this is a global situation right now, so that a lot of people are in troubles in the meantime, because when you're running out of buying power, then you have to solve that. And otherwise, it's not so funny. No? So when you have there a real solution, which are really serving the needs of society, then you can assume out of that what could be the potential of this. No? So, but basically this mission is separated in 3 different things. The first thing, you've spoken already, keep or even increase your own buying power. The second thing, keep control of your own assets. This is also something what more and more people start to understand, that there is a difference between a holder and the owner. And this difference to understand is crucial importance. And so when you have a solution to bring back people also in this area to own sovereignty, then of course this is something where millions over millions over millions of people possibly would go for, because for upcoming times this could be more important, like a lot of people understand possibly right now. And then you have the third one, and this is develop a secondary income source. So I know, of course, that a lot of people are working very, very hard, starting early in the morning until late in the evening, not just 5 days a week, many 6 days a week, even sometimes 7 days a week, and doing really their best. And many people not just have one job in the meantime, they have already a second one, few have already a third one. And for many people, it's still not enough. It's still not enough to have really good life and give, for example, their own children what to offer them, to send them on the best schools, to make with them really, how to say, activities, make sport, and this and this and this. Like every child would like to have it. So, but a lot of people in these current times are not able anymore to do that, even if they work day and night. So that means a lot of people searching a plan B, a second income. And when this is understood well, what we will share now with each other, this next around 50 minutes, possibly turns out This, what we see here, could not be just your plan B. Possibly it could be your plan A. And when you have all this together and real solutions in place to make that possible, then of course something more is even possible. And for that reason also you see here our vision, and our vision is very, very clear. Our vision is to go number one. This is not just said like that or a phrase or something like that. This is mean exactly this way, and it will happen exactly this way, because a lot of indicators and analyzers showing that this will be possible. But of course, during the presentation, it will get more clear and clear why it's like that. So the current status is massive. So in Xera have already found together around 2.2 million people. So just imagine how many people these are. So these are more people than in a few countries are living citizens. And this, of course, for a reason, because the products and services are working. It's working. And this is the most important thing. This is the foundation of everything. So, of course, also very experienced management team with people which were in this industry since years, even centuries, and have the understanding, the knowledge, and also the know-how, how to support people in the best way possible and how to bring something really huge. And this, of course, we are doing all here together. So also, of course, Xera representative office in Dubai, in the Borodauer. So if you would like to visit us, you're welcome anytime for a coffee, for a talk. But of course, just let us know first, because when a few thousand people possibly would have the same idea on the same day, then it still could get a little bit too tight. But of course, it's huge, 1,500 square meters with offices, with meeting rooms. So feel free to visit us. You're welcomed, of course, any time. So, and what we are doing, and the reason for this massive potential is, of course, the market sectors where Xera is operating with its service providers. The first part is hardware and software solutions. So that we are coming, of course, in a few minutes. And there are a few things inside which are really sensational. Second parts, blockchain and tokenization projects, real world projects. This definition of this word is very important to understand. So that means connected to the real economy, connected to the real world. So of course, I don't know how deep you are in this blockchain crypto space already, but then you look, for example, on this overview websites like CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, you will find out there 10,000 of different cryptocurrencies are available. But the question is, how many of them are still relevant for the future? And when you analyze it by yourself, it will turn out that nearly all of them are completely irrelevant for the future, because they're not connected to real procedures, to real business cases, to real income streams, because they are not connected to the real world. So real world projects, this is important to understand. This is the key in this industry. And exactly this also in Xera, together with our service providers, we can offer to society, which is spectacular. And of course, the third part, how we are bringing these products and services to the people, to the markets. This we are doing by using the strategy of affiliate marketing and direct sales. And only this sector alone is an industry by itself. And of course, that's very benefiting for all people, because people have questions. So they have someone who have shown them what it is. So they have someone who can explain them. And on the other side, of course, what I like the most in this industry, you only can succeed when the products are fantastic. This is the foundation. Then you can make everything possible, but the products have to be outstanding. And this is the case. This is absolutely the case. But of course, we will see in a few minutes. So this is a little bit a deeper look now to the circumstances, when you want to call it like that, the market where we're operating. First one, hardware and software solutions. We also have a fantastic smartphone, blockchain driven. So, yeah, spectacular. And just to have a little bit, so that you have a little bit numbers in your mind, so when we talk about that, only in the year 2022, around 1.3 billion smartphones were sold worldwide. And this is a still massive growing market, but the market have changed a little bit in the meantime. So a new trend have started, and possibly you have recognized a few months ago, one of the big market players have brought out a smartphone where it was somehow connected to blockchain features. So basically the only thing when you had this purchased the smartphone was the circumstance that it was part of an airdrop. And the result was the smartphone was sold out in record time. You cannot get it anymore. So this smartphone, what we are talking here is much more than just what they have done. So really blockchain driven, blockchain features. And this is the upcoming trend of the future. And we have it already. So next one, software solutions for trading. And this is also something where a lot of people are involved, would like to go there and trade by themselves, and of course want to create positive results. But of course, the most of the people fail. And this is not, how to say, not a secret. And it's very simple where it is like that. You need massive knowledge to do that. So that means 24/7, you have to have your eyes on the markets. You have to have read a lot. You have to have understood a lot. And of course, in the meantime, and this is also why it's so difficult in the meantime, when you do it just on your own understanding with human interaction, the most of the trades are not done anymore by humans. The most of the trades are done by automated systems. So when you are working, because you're doing part-time a little bit, whatever, you should not miss the second where you have to push the button. So those systems not missing this seconds. So for that reason, a lot of people try, but the most of people fail. So that means for that reason, this industry is massively increasing. There's a forecast until 2030 that up to $15 billion will only be done with software solutions for trading. And in a few minutes, we will see something which is so unbelievable good. I never have seen something like that before in my whole life. I have seen a lot of things already. So this is, I have not the right word for that. It's more than spectacular. It's more than that. But in a few minutes, of course, more. So, and then we have this big part of blockchain and tokenization. So what means tokenization? Tokenization means to digitalize things which are existing in the real world out there. And this can be basically everything. This can be real estate, wind parks, contracts, patents. It goes in all directions. And it not just can be tokenized when it's existing already, it also can be tokenized through a development time. So basically, nearly everything can be tokenized. And for that reason, of course, there's also a forecast in the market which says until 2030, around 10% of the global GDP will be done in tokenization. So this is an unbelievable amount from what we're talking here. And this is also the reason why these big players, what you see here on the screen, like Vanguard, like BlackRock, so they all have announced in the meantime that they will enter full power these markets. And this, of course, for a reason. And so you know that this, of course, these institutions are the biggest asset managers worldwide. But when they are doing something, this should give everyone to think, because why they are doing it, it's their job. It's their job to know. It's their job to know what's coming next. And when they are doing that and putting such an effort in this direction, that we as a normal humans possibly should have a look a little bit, what is that? Because it have a reason why they're doing it. But of course, like it's mostly when such big players are doing things like that, then mostly it's not for the normal people. So, but what we are doing together with our service providers, we are opening the door with our technologies to these possibilities. And that means with us together, everyone can enter these markets and of course also can be parts of that what is coming over the next years and centuries, and there will come a lot. This is for sure. So these are our main service providers. And we have a short look on each of them. And then, of course, we're going a little bit deeper to really also understand the products and the services. And the first one is Layer K, a revolutionary 360-degree ecosystem, a blockchain, own smart chain, completely decentralized, which is also one of the USPs because there are two ways how something can be built: centralized or decentralized. So all systems which are centralized working normally this way, that there is an entity, and this entity decides for all the others what they are allowed to do, when they can do it, how they can do it, or even if they are allowed to do anything. Decentralized means to be back in their own sovereignty. Every participant, every user decides for himself. So that means when you want to compare it very strongly, centralized is the opposite of freedom for the people. So decentralized is one of the keys of the future, to bring more freedom back, to regain sovereignty. And this is exactly how this system of layer K is built up. So, of course, based on the technical infrastructure, how it's done, so years of development are in there, massive effort, massive work. So there is nearly no limitation on features which can be activated within this ecosystem. Own a swap function already online, connected, of course, end of the year also with a decentralized exchange. And this exchange will be done in a way like nobody have done it before. For that reason, also say the first real decentralized exchange. Of course, we don't have the time to go too deep to really state out the differences, what is existing right now in the market and what is that. This is done on a completely other level. For example, here it will be also first time possible to do smart contracts between different blockchains. This is a revolution. Plus, plus, plus. So second one, Neo1, a native digital asset management system. So that means to provide this bridge between the crypto world, the blockchain world, and the fiat world. And this is something where would be already possibly enough only with that to build up a community of millions over millions over millions over millions of people, because basically everyone who has something to do in this industry is searching for this solution. So a fully regulated organization, 15 licenses in place, heavy licenses. So you can create personal IBANs, virtual IBANs, debit cards. It goes in all directions. And the third one, and there, of course, we also spend a little bit time on it later, is Quant Wise, an exceptional E-based software, which allows, how to say, a track record, which is so unbelievable that a few people, when they see it first time, they not even can believe that this can be, but it is like that. It is like that. And here, years of development were done. And so this all is brought together here in Xera. And for that reason, you can assume what is the potential, where this could go. So let us have a little bit a short look to layer K. Solution for mass adoption. So like you know, possibly right now in this blockchain crypto space, everything is mostly still a little bit complicated. So most people, when they start in this direction, need a little bit help in the first moments. A lot of terms are used that nobody have heard before. And it's not so simple in the first moment. So mass adoption means to bring this technically on a level that everyone can use it. So that this complexity is turned out of the way, and a lot of features are working so good, like he cannot do it on a different way. So for that reason, more than 500 associates and developers are only working on that. So you can assume this manpower to what they are able to do. So, and like I said before, on blockchain, on smart chain, up to 30,000 transactions per second. So just to give you a little bit ideas to really understand from what we're talking. Bitcoin, for example, is able to do 5 to 7 transactions per second. Ethereum is able to do between 25 and 27 transactions per second. Here we're talking from up to 30,000 transactions per second. So this is not a little bit better or different. This is a other level, and in addition, completely decentralized. So 2xs.io, a single sign-on solution. So that means with one sign in, you're signed in a lot of different platforms, features, possibilities, also, of course, connected with additional advantages. So this is not completely finalized, but the work is ongoing. And this will give also people in the future the possibility to give rights, for example, to family members. So this is important stuff. So possibly you've heard about it, that there are not so less people out there which are searching, for example, since years, their old laptop somewhere or some paper where they was writing something down and not find it anymore, because this have got in the meantime for many people a high value, because on this paper, in the most cases, were 12 words, the 12 passphrases to recover a wallet. So I don't know how many people have lost these passphrases on the way. And so in the meantime, of course, the market was moving, was increasing, was growing. In the meantime, this can be a lot. So, but this is one side, to not find it anymore, or was writing it down on the way that you cannot read it anymore by yourself years later. But it also could go in a different way. Of course, most people don't want to think in this direction, but it could be, so you fly somewhere and you never come back. Nobody want to think like this, of course not, but it could be. So just think shortly about it. Have your family your passphrases. If not, they stay there with nothing. So this possibility or this solution will offer the possibility to people to give rights, for example, to family members. And when something is happening, they can access based on these rights, which are stated in the smart contracts. But like I said, we don't want to go too deep. I just want to give you a few ideas how spectacular this all is done. A unique business and social inclusion, hardware and proprietary products like smartphone, a decentralized liquidity pool, tokenization platform, and a hybrid minting protocol, which is one of the reasons why these projects, which are connected to layer K, are growing and performing in such a fantastic way. This have to do with logics. This done on a very intelligent way. So here just a few examples for real world projects. One of that, for example, real estate in Austria, apartments, gastronomy, Woo. What they're doing is revolutionizing the private jet industry, private aviation. Also during the year, commercial airlines will be activated. We will see later more to that. Then Five Rings, a media group which is specialized to rebuild or optimize, it's possibly a better way, sport clubs and to turn them into profit centers based on the American model, how you can do something like that. And Nomo is super app, which have so many features and possibilities, what you will not find twice out there in the markets. But this just to give you an idea. So important is also on that when some people say sometimes, because they never go deep enough, cannot believe, something like that. So based on this blockchain, on the solutions and what we are seeing here, was done a forensic examination, a forensic audit. This is the deepest proof on something what is possible to do. Now, this was done from one of the leading companies in the German-speaking countries, which are doing, for example, normally audits for exchanges, fraud investigations, a lot of things in this direction. And they have proved it, and they still have regularly look on it. And when they say if it is like it is, then it is like it is. So this is not just said this way, it is this way. This is very important. Like I said in the beginning, it's real, and this is the foundation of everything. With something like that, you can build something huge if you want to do so. So then, of course, a native digital asset management system, Neo1, multiple IBANs in multiple currencies, this bridge between these two worlds where so many people are looking for. And what is really spectacular, because I never have heard it before in a similar way, you can connect to that up to 3,500 financial institutions worldwide. So that means you can combine in this solution everything what you have right now and have this interface, this bridge between the worlds, fiat to crypto and crypto back to fiat. Virtual, also personal IBANs, virtual IBANs, plus. So also done on a way, everyone just can be happy that Neo1 is one of our service providers. So, and NIE-driven trading and learning software, Quant Wise. And there, I really have to say, I have the words. I don't know how I should say that, what that is. It's so massive, it's so spectacular that, yeah, you just can't see it by yourself. And otherwise, you cannot understand what they want to say. So development time over years. In addition, of course, massive liquidity, which were brought in to develop that. Running on Tesla NVIDIA 100 processors, which are right now the strongest processors worldwide which can be used. Up to 40 gigabyte per second information, filtered informations. And it's also called, because it's driven by artificial intelligence, how to say, crypto GDP. So that means, also, I don't know how aware or how deep we are already in these topics, artificial intelligence. But a lot of people knows, of course, Chat GDP in the meantime. So and then you have there, I don't know, 20 books. And it's read in by the artificial intelligence. It can be done in minutes. And the most or the spectacular thing on this point is the artificial intelligence knows afterwards also the context of that. What was the content of these 10 books, in which meaning it was connected to each other. So this artificial intelligence, from what we're talking here, have learned over years. So when I don't know how many books can be done within minutes by a ChatGPT tool, and here's running a artificial intelligence since years to analyze the market, everything. So you can assume which power is in there. With a Binance brokerage link, so that means the assets are all the time with yourself. You don't have to send it anywhere. So also from the safety, I think it cannot be done on a better way. And what it's able to do, this is, you have to see it by yourself. It's spectacular. So layer K, hybrid minting protocol. So what is minting in general? Just to give you an idea. So basically in the evolution, it have started with mining, gold mining. I think it's clear to everyone. So you still can do it by yourself, of course, if you want to do so. But of course, it's a bit risky. It's a bit hard. And it's also not really so good for the environment. When you see afterwards, when the gold mine is finished, how it looks there, I think it's not so nice. So when this was converted into the digital world, it have started with mining. A lot of people knows Bitcoin mining. And this, of course, was very attractive to the start, for example, of Bitcoin 2010, 2011, with a normal laptop. With the normal processor power of a laptop from 12, 13 years ago, you could mine 10, 20, 50 Bitcoins a day. Unbelievable. So in the meantime, if you want to do the same, you need a factory full of mining processors. Very expensive. Needs a lot of electricity. There's also the reason why a lot of companies which are doing that have moved in the meantime to Africa, for example, to save electricity costs, because otherwise it's not the business anymore. It's not really green, when you want to call it this way, based on the circumstance. And it's not for everyone, because you need a lot of knowledge, you need this. So, and in this evolution, the next step was and is minting. So it's also called the green mining, because it needs very, very less electricity. So basically everyone can do it, also from his home. So it's also helping, of course, the mass adoption. And of course, it have also social inclusion, because when people get the possibility to enter these fields with this future, which is in front of these technologies, this, of course, have an impact. So, and what is coming in addition with that, we are using for that an exceptional strategy as a portfolio diversification driven by the so-called hybrid minting protocol. So why diversification? Of course, when you have different projects, they are screened, of course. So, but you never know. Nobody can look forward 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. How you should know? You just can look on indicators and what these indicators say. So that means some projects will do good, some projects will do fantastic, and some projects will do unbelievable good, but you cannot know in the beginning. So you cannot know the 100%. So for that reason, it makes a lot of sense to have different tokens of different projects and to do this to the same time. So to mint different tokens so that you have all the time this diversification to be, how to say, a little bit more protected. Also, of course, from market impacts out there, which can happen over years. So this makes a lot of sense. And this to connect with the so-called hybrid minting protocol gives us a groundbreaking market position. But of course, to that, we are coming now in these next minutes. So, and the great thing on that is you also can do that with hardware. So that means you order hardware, you have it in your home, you plug it to your electricity, you need Wi-Fi, you connect it, and then it starts. So it's producing for you minting rewards of specific tokens. So very simple done, very easy done, or a smartphone. So everyone, I think, as the most of the people out there in the meantime, I don't know why, but the most people, what I see all the time, every year they have a new smartphone. And normally a smartphone does one thing for sure, it costs money. And it creates every month's bill because you're having phone calls. Of course, when you're using this smartphone also for calls, it also will create for you invoices for the calls. This is normal. But at the same time, it can bring you minting rewards. So when I would have to choose, so found only costs money, found costs also money, but minting rewards in addition. So what I choose, I think it's also clear. So that means to have such products in place is, of course, fantastic for yourself. If you say, okay, I understand, I like it, I love it, but also, of course, if you want to share this information with others, because it's something that everyone wants to have, basically, in the moment where it's clear what it is and how it works. So, and this is the hybrid minting protocol. So that means users have the possibility to purchase a virtual machine or a hardware. So when this is done, then from specific projects, they can go on exchanges where these tokens are already listed, can link these tokens, also purchase these tokens on the exchanges, link these tokens to the machine, and minting starts, and the user can enjoy minting rewards. So basically very simple, but very efficient for the user, but also what is very important on top for the projects itself. So it creates a very healthy situation for both market participants. And to that, of course, we'll see a little bit more in a few seconds. But before, we have also a little bit a look on the logic. So possibly most people can remember back when you was in this topic, Bitcoin, you've heard about it, whatever, that in the past, like also said before, you could mine unbelievable amount of Bitcoins with very easy technical solutions. A normal laptop was enough, 2010, 2011. This is not possible today anymore. You need such a processor power. So that means the mining difficulty increases and the minting or the mining results when we talk about Bitcoin are going down. So here it's the same from the logic. So that means the minting difficulty is increasing over time. This is a mechanic how you can support the token on the way, and the minting results are going down. So that means it makes a difference when someone sees that and someone understands and says, okay, this makes a lot of sense. These projects I like, I love it, I want to be part of it. It makes a difference when I'm doing it. How later I'm doing it, how less is already the minting power. How earlier I'm doing it, how higher is still the minting power. It's going down all 15 days. And of course, also the lifetime of my NFT, that means of my virtual machine or of my hardware, is also going down over time. So that means if I decide, for example, the specific minting factor, this is the moment I want to purchase these tokens on the market. I have purchased the machine, I lock it, then you can keep over the whole lifetime this minting power. If this is done later, it's with another minting power, it's less already, and of course also the lifetime of this contract for the minting is also reduced. So this is important to understand. If you say after this call, I like it, I love it, it makes a difference when you're doing that. So, and now we have a little bit a look to these projects. And this is the first one what I want to show you. And the great thing on something like that is, of course, when you, for example, living in Austria, in Germany, in Switzerland, in Slovenia, everything what is close to this place, you can drive there. You can look by yourself, you can touch it. It's there. It's a real estate project in Austria. So when it's finalized, it will be around 78 apartments. They found a very interesting niche. They are doing accommodations for workers. And this is not something what they just have started. They are doing that already since around 15 years there with a gastronomy on the side, which is one of the most famous restaurants in the whole region for classic Austrian food. So very well known. And they're running that since around 15 years. Very successful. So successful that mostly they are rented out, sold out. When they want, when workers say, I need accommodation, you have to wait months because it's sold out all the time. So together with us, they're making it bigger. So it's a proven concept what they're using. And 78 apartments, when it's finalized, gastronomy, bowling alley, bars, commercial space for supermarkets. So everything would have to be there in such a place. And it's also strategically on a very interesting location. It's on the entry to the second biggest city in Austria, and this city is called Graz. So also strategically, it's on a perfect place. And of course, everything done like it have to be. You see here this picture on the side, for example, the first the building is already finalized, so people book their already accommodations. The second building is close to be ready, and so it goes on step by step. And then everything is ready. It's like a small city is possibly a too big word, but it's I think you know what I mean. Everything on one place. So what people expect when they want to book there for their holiday or say accommodation for workers. So everything like it have to be. That you have a little bit an idea to that. Short video. We have a short video. On tokenization. So that means you don't have to be expert by yourself in construction or real estate or something like that. Those people know. Those people know how that works. And with tokenization, people can be part of that. And then later on, of course, then the rental incomes, profits out of gastronomy and all this stuff, this is connected to these tokens. So this is means with driven by reality, backed up by real income streams, by real businesses. And this, of course, is the beauty of tokenization. And with Xera, with our cooperation partners, service providers, you are connect yourself or can connect to things like that. So next one, Five Rings, a sport and entertainment corporation, which is specialized to acquire sport clubs and turn them into profit centers based on American models. So possibly you know that when you have the evaluation, or you have seen that one time from basketball clubs, for example, in the United States, on which numbers they are evaluated. It's unbelievable. So they have so many income streams, what they have built it up for their clubs. And this is exactly what they are doing. And not just that, there's also connected the real estate project in Croatia, which is huge, on around 100 hectares. Then academies, sport academies in Romania and India, joint ventures in the United States. And one of the first clubs what they have acquired in their network was, for example, Sibona. And Sibona is on the Balkan, in the Balkan region, a sport club what basically I think every child knows, from child on, whole life. The third tallest skyscraper in Croatia is called the Sibona Tower. They have their own stadium, the Dražan Petrović basketball hall, which have space for around 5,400 spectators. And so also here, people which are minting this Five Rings token gets connected to that, and also, of course, on the success what they are doing. And just to also get a little bit idea, this sport club is possibly, when we talk about basketball in Europe, on how to say, in another category, like everything else what you know from Europe in this sports sector. They have brought into the world 14 NBA players, and possibly also the most successful basketball player of all times, which were coming from Europe, and this was Dražan Petrović. So that you see, this is not just some sport club, that you see what it really is. Small video, 1.5 minutes, and listen a little bit inside, because sometimes you hear there are a few names, very famous names, possibly very well-known names, and this is the level where this is operating. So we have a look. Yeah, I hope you have got an idea. Sibona, and what they are doing is, they're experts how to bring a sport club from here to here, to call it this way. So, and also, of course, this token is connected to this success. So the future of aviation, and this is also something which is revolutionizing the market sector that they are operating. And you will see it later on, because they just have got a few weeks ago something which is underlines that what they have done here. I don't know if you know how business aviation is organized right now. So possibly a few people in the call fly private. And when you're doing that, you have found out that this is not so easy. So it's like when you want to book a private jet, it's like booking.com 20, so booking a hotel without booking.com 20 years ago. Very complicated. So there is no website we can say book it now, and everything gets organized and what you would expect. It's not working this way. So that means operators, brokers, all these things. You cannot pay immediately. You cannot pay on the weekend. And complicated stuff. So they have presented their solution, what they have developed over years, around 1.5 years ago, first time in Geneva. And all these markets participants who have seen that first time, they were really shocked when they have seen what they have built it up. So it's basically the first marketplace worldwide for private aviation, which can coordinate, organize the whole industry on a different way. And it's not just that. During this year, there will be also implemented in Avinok and VU, these things are together, commercial airlines. That means you will have the possibility to book, for example, Emirates, to book Lufthansa through these solutions. And the market is huge. The market is absolutely huge. And also the mechanic, of course, which are running in the backgrounds, but also that you have a little bit figures in your mind from what we are talking. 1 minute, short video.
Welcome to Avinok, the think tank for the future of aviation industry. Our vision? A digital revolution in aviation, powered by blockchain technology and asset tokenization. You know airports, but only as a passenger? Think bigger. The air transport industry alone generates more GDP than the automobile and pharmaceutical industries combined, and it's still growing. Forecasts say that it will almost double, and by 2038, contribute around $6.3 trillion to the global economy. You've already booked a flight online? Think bigger. Digitalization is going to a new level. Blockchain technology, with a market cap of currently $2 trillion and figures predicted to quadruple by 2025. Just a vision? Think bigger. Avinok has already brought the first projects to life. Meet the Avinok token, your digital asset in the entire aviation business, and your access to fuel services, drone transport, call centers, or VU, the world's first digital B2B marketplace for private jet travel created by Avinok. This is only the beginning. Think bigger. Think further. Think Avinok.
Just to get a little bit an idea how this is recognized in the meantime in the markets. So over the last months, brokers, operators from all over the world, they're joining them. Few of the biggest of the industry was joining them in the meantime. And a few weeks ago, something really spectacular has happened. You can Google it by yourself, Air Charter Journal. So they have won the Technology Innovation of the Year awards, the Achievement Awards 2024. So this is the highest honor and excellence in the Middle East for aviation and aerospace industry. More is basically not possible. So, and out of that, of course, you can assume that possibly this VU and Avinok tokens also could have a great, good potential, to say it very nicely, and because it's sensational. It's absolutely sensational. So, and minting with layer K gives you the possibility to be part also of that. So Nomo, the DeFi revolution. So to give you a little bit an idea what that means, what it is. I think everyone here in the call knows the Apple Store. And they are doing, I don't know how many billions per year, it's already trillions, I don't know. But the question is, do they have developed all these applications, what the people download, what they pay for it? Do they have developed it all by themselves? No. These are third-party developers which are putting their services and their products. So they have provided basically the platform for all these developers. And when we know and when we understand that everything in the next years is moving to blockchain technology, then we have to ask ourselves, is there already a platform on the markets where centralized or also decentralized blockchain applications and features can be listed? And the answer is no, it's not existing. Basically, it's existing in the meantime because this is already live. It's Nomo, the Nomo app, the Nomo platform. So what makes it so special? So basically, Nomo is running on 3 main pillars. The first part is to go completely DeFi, personal self-custodial wallets. So it means you can receive, you can send digital assets, of course, then NFTs, swap function, debit card integration, biometric authentication via fingerprint, plus, plus, plus. The second one, decentralized messenger. So I think privacy is a human right. This is what I think. Because when you speak with your family, you speak with your family. So, and when you look to the messengers right now out there in the market, I'm not so sure if you have a private call with your family, if you're really alone there in the call. So privacy means private. Human right from my point of view. So completely end-to-end encrypted, completely decentralized. You can send video messages, text messages, pictures, group function possibilities. And this is a revolutionary part of it, and this has also to do with mass adoption. Without knowing the wallet address of the other one through the messenger, I could send, for example, I don't know, a digital asset, a Bitcoin. So I not even have to know the wallet address, because these things are on the application connected with each other. So the receiver also have this self-custodian wallet on the Nomo app. So this is mass adoption. I not even have an idea how many people have lost over years their digital assets or a part of it, because when they have copied the wallet address wrong, or I was writing it wrong down and have inserted wrongly. So this cannot happen here anymore. So this is mass adoption. And of course, the third part, and this is the biggest part of it, is called Discover Web On, also fully decentralized, where the developers with shop systems, whatever it is, can plug in via Web On their services, their products, their solutions, do the normal platform, do the normal app. And this on a way that basically everything is possible. Possibly you've recognized that Apple and also Google have started now, makes it more and more difficult for companies which are coming from the blockchain industry to release specific features. In a lot of cases, they're not allowed anymore, not because it's something bad, possibly they want to offer these services to the market by themselves in the future. This is possibly the reason for that. So here, the technical infrastructures are done on a way that basically everything can be connected. It's basically nearly unlimited. So, and just that you have also an idea to that, I think it was from the year 2022. Telegram, of course, you know, it's one of the biggest messengers worldwide, was evaluated, and the evaluation have brought the figure to the markets. Current market evaluation of Telegram 2022, $30 billion. $30 billion. So I now compare it a little bit to these features, what you see here. It's not just the messenger. This is much, much more. Of course, not everything is already activated. There's still a lot of work on it, but a lot of things are already live. It's working already. So, and also, what just a small hint to that, possibly also know that Telegram have initiated originally the Toncoin. When you go on CoinMarketCap, you see that Toncoin on the first page, because it's very high ranked with a massive liquidity on it. And yeah, but it's a messenger. So here we see a lot of additional functions. Also, this token, of course, the normal token is connected to that. So I think, yeah, it's good to consider what this could be for the future. And Neo1, native digital asset management system, they have a gas and utility token for Neo1. So this is called Neo Credits. And you see a lot of logos. So cooperation partners, service providers of Neo1, a few companies they own by themselves, is a massive infrastructure which is needed to build up something like that. Also years of development insights to make that happen. And with this gas and utility token, you have discounts on up to 35 different services on the platform, and rewards, paying products, token burning, a lot of mechanics in addition. And when we know that so many people searching for this bridge worldwide, millions over millions over millions of people, and all what is happening here when the transactions are done, and this is done, and this is done, and this service is used, and all this time, this gas and utility token is somehow connected to that, then you also can assume out of that that this token could have a quite good, massive potential. So, and this is again to summarize it, what they have meant in the beginning. Everything is driven by real business operations. So this makes it relevant and so strong for the future. Not just some things what you see there are often out there on coin market cap, just driven by speculation, bam, bam, whatever it is. Yeah, driven by the real economy, by real business cases, real use cases, and this is the way to go. Yeah? So, and now this is supported in addition by the hybrid minting protocol. That means, like I said before, user can purchase a virtual machine or a hardware, can go then on the market, can purchase specific tokens, for example, the base token, the infrastructure token CLFI right now, and link this base token, do this virtual machine to this hardware. And when this is done, then minting rewards are starting 24/7. And that means you're producing all the time tokens of these specific projects with these potentials, what we just have seen. Very easy steps. That means get your minting license, your virtual machine or your hardware in Keymall. This is our marketplace where the products and services are listed. Then you can go on the exchanges for the specific tokens. For example, CLFI, you see it here on how many exchanges this is listed already. Massive liquidity on the token, which is very important, very important. And of course, you can buy the so many CLFI tokens you want, but of course, based on the minting license, the hardware that you have purchased, there's a specific limit then how many tokens in euro you can lock to the machine. And based on that, you're starting producing digital assets, minting rewards. Here's the formula. So how it works, very simple. And also, of course, in Keymall, you have then the overview insights, how this looks like, which products, which services, with the pricing and everything, with the explanation. So, and this is now something where, how to say, I would like to speak about that hours, because I'm so excited, I'm so impressed. But there will be in a few days a call only for that. And this call you should not miss, because this will be the official kickoff for these products. And Quant Wise is something what is stronger than everything what I have ever seen. I think I've said in the beginning. It knows exactly what it's doing because it have learned years long artificial intelligence, Tesla NVIDIA 100 processors, a massive liquidity which were put it in to build this up over years. More than 3 years, you can look back on the track records, what this software was able to do. Unbelievable. For security reasons, only the biggest trading pair is traded by the software, and this is BTC against USDT. But what the results are, this is spectacular. But of course, also in addition, it's an education platform. So that means more than 200 hours of videos which are explaining what is happening here. Weekly reports, daily reports, monthly reports, that someone who would like really to understand how this works, also step by step can learn how, which procedures and which logics this artificial intelligence is using. And you can see here, just a little bit that they have a little bit of feeling, and everyone who have a little bit to do in trading knows what that means. 2021, 82% of all trades were successful. 2022, 84% of all trades were successful. 2023, 83% of all trades were successful. In 2024, of course, just have started, it's ongoing, but the very interesting stuff in addition to understand this, everyone who's a little bit in this blockchain crypto world knows the last 3 years, 2.5, 3 years, it was a side move. Or many times also prices were going down. So that means this is a very difficult environment for a software. But also in this time frame, this software have created results, which is, I don't know what I should say. It's unbelievable good. It's unbelievable. But since the market have started to move, this was around in the last 3 months, what Quant Wise was able to do You have to see it by yourself. You have to see it by yourself. The best chance to see that by yourself is on the 31st of March. On the 31st of March, there will be a global call where the CEO of Quant Wise will be our special guest, and he will go deep to explain why it's doing what it's doing, why it is able to create these results based on artificial intelligence. And then hopefully everyone will understand what we have here in our hands. And then you have something like that. Also not just for yourself, also when you say, I want to share this information with others, then you have something which is like the last glass of water in the middle of the desert. Because everyone who sees that, understands that, possibly would like to have it. So easy it is. And now we've seen a lot of great things, of course. We just have, I can only give an overview in this time frame. So we could go deeper and how intelligence is all is made and why it's performing this way. But of course, we not have time to do that in one call. But possibly a lot of you were thinking right now in this call, I like all of this. I like all of this. And they understand it because I also like all of this. I love it. So it makes so much sense. And for that reason, of course, there are powerful product combinations. So that means where virtual machines are inside, hardware is inside, quantware is inside, product combinations, which making a lot of sense. So this, of course, you see under Keymall in our marketplace, how this is put together. Of course, also the additional advantage with hardware. You have, for example, your smartphone, which is not just creating invoices, also creating minting rewards. And of course, also other technical solutions, hardware solutions. And when you have hardware, you produce up to 10% extra minting rewards on top, because you're using hardware. I love it. I love it. So also here, of course, in Keymall, you can check that all out by yourself. So just have registered there, have a look, and then you choose what's the right thing for you. So very, very simple to do. So that means there are also now different possibilities. If someone says, I've understood everything is changing out there, artificial intelligence, blockchain, tokenization. So you just have to open the newspaper. But I don't read newspaper, I have to say, but when you're doing that still, open it or Google these topics. What experts says, what market leaders are saying to these topics. It will change everything in the next years. And like it was so many times in the past, then great things start to move. People which have the capability to listen, to understand, to check by themselves and act in an according way, then there's possibility. There's huge possibility. But then, of course, you also have other people that just read about it and say, okay, so because they don't know. They don't know how they could enter these industries, because when you don't know this, how to enter. How you get the software, for example, artificial intelligence, which is running since 3 years and this and this and this and years of development time, how you come to something like that. So that means we are opening the door for everyone out there who would like to go in this new chapter of life, of technology with us together. So that means be a user, enjoy the products by yourself, or you also have the possibility to share this information with others, build up a community, because when you like something, when you love something, why not to share it with others? So it's happening that basically automatically. Of course, when you want to build it on a professional way, this is work, this is normal, but everyone has the possibility to do so. And also here, we have something fantastic. It's possibly the best compensation plan ever seen in the whole industry. And also affiliate marketing is an industry by itself. So market size 2022 was done a sales volume in this industry worldwide of 329 billion US dollars. So you know that sometimes people not understand that this is a normal industry. This is bigger than the cinema industry, movie industry, and a lot of other industries combined. That's a global thing. People like it and love it when they see a product which really helps them on the way to speak about it. And this is the key. Exactly this way it works. For that reason is the quality of the products so important, that your products are really working, because then this is an organic situation. So, of course, which is also clear for that reason, the income disclaimer, in this industry, with these products, what we just have seen, you can earn a lot of money, a lot, but it's work. It's really work where you have to put in time, effort, everything what is needed. So if someone does a lot, he can earn a lot. If someone is doing nothing, what he's getting? Nothing. So, but this is normal. This is life. The life works like that. So I think this is very fair. It's very fair. So those people which are doing a lot, helping a lot of other people, so they, of course, have a big, big potential in their hand. So, and in Xera, we have basically two main income streams. The first thing is sales from products and services. So when you are recommending a product to someone, and this friend of you, this person says, I like it, I want to have it, is purchasing it, of course, you're getting a commission of it for it. So, and on the other side, we also have something very unique, and this is bonus on active hardware minting. So that means all those tokens which are linked from specific project to these machines, and also a part of the minting rewards are shared between the people which have reached in this benefit plan, in this compensation plan, a specific rank. So that means we are working together, and for that reason, we are also benefiting all together from that what we are doing. So the marketplace, what we are recommending, where the products are listed, what you just have seen, is Chemo with fantastic products and services on it. And these are basically the income streams, the possible income streams for everyone who is building up a community, helping others to understand that there is something massively starting worldwide. And we with Xera and our cooperation partners, we want to be one of the leaders of the industry. And how everything is set together, everything is built up, all these people which were brought together, this is not just possible. I'm absolutely convinced and confident that it will not take very long that we will go to number one. So, but these are the income streams for those people who say, okay, I have understood. I have understood there's a great possibility based on that what we have seen. So there's direct bonus 10 to 15%, dynamic unilevel bonus up to 15 levels, turnover rank bonus, which goes up to 20 million euro, XGI pool bonus, infinity bonus, which goes up to 23%, spectacular high, matching bonus of 10%, house bonus, retreat bonus. So that means it's completely up to you. When you say products, I like it, I've understood, just for me, I don't want to speak about it, I don't want to share, it's your decision. And you say also want to share with others, you also can benefit, of course, from this income streams, which is are offered by the benefit compensation plan. So that means different choices. If you say you still have questions, then please ask those persons which have invited you to this call. Or you say, I want to be a user, I want to enjoy the products by myself. So go to Keymall, make it happen there for yourself. Or you say, I'm not just want it by myself, I also want to speak with others about it because I've understood this is huge. This is really huge. Then you're free to do so and build up a own community and so help others to not miss the train to their future. Because this is possibly the biggest chance what a lot of people have seen in their whole life until today. Because the environment, the circumstances, the time to do this is exactly the right one. Because everything is moving now in this direction and we have the solutions for that. This is the key. So how to enter? Register on 2xs.io, get your personal back office, choose your products, activate your products and enjoy and be the master of your own life again. So regain serenity. A lot of people are not even aware how much serenity they have lost over the last years, over the last centuries. But this gives you the possibility, decentralization, everything that we have seen, to come back basically to yourself, to your own serenity, to build up again something what stays on his own, connected to real things, backed up by reality. And for that reason also, like I said before, not miss this call on the 31st of March. It will be spectacular because a lot of work was given in, a lot of effort to make this all happen, So here, of course, that you not miss out anything. Here, all our social media channels where you can follow. And of course, when there are exciting things, it gets posted. So not miss it out. So that means what we are doing in Xera, we try to create the perfect environment so that those people, and possibly you're one of them, when you say, I want to go big, I have understood, I want to go absolutely big, that you have the environment to do so. This is our aim. So I say thanks a lot that you have taken the time to be with all of us here in this call. And I hope we see us soon again in the next call. And of course, also in these physical events, which are happening now everywhere, because Xera, this train have not just started. It's starting to take off, to really take off. And the huge takeoff, basically the final wake-up call for everyone who have not understood until today, will happen on the 31st of March. So you're joining completely in the right moments. So we can be happy, we can be thankful. And with that, of course, I'm also thankful that you was in the call, that we had the time to come together. And I would like to wish everyone the best. And of course, together, we will make it happen. All the best.